In this video, I'll walk you through how I solved one of my problems by building a simple app using vibe coding. That is, I didn't write a single line of code. It was all done with prompts. I'll share some of my learnings, challenges, gotchas, and consideration. If you're having difficulty landing a job in this job market, then why not test out an app idea? You will learn AI, and who knows, this may generate some additional income for you. Okay, let's dive in. I had a problem. I wanted to post more content so I can reach more people and help more people land better jobs. But just like you, I have limited time and I didn't know where I was spending that time. So I decided I would track my time. But I didn't want to write things down manually, what task I did for how long, from what time to what time. And I didn't want to create events in my calendar and clutter my calendar. I just wanted a simple way to track my time for 1 week or two, just to see where I was spending my time, how can I optimize, and what tasks I shouldn't be doing. So I built an app without a single line of code, all with just prompts. Though I have a software engineering background, I haven't coded in years because most of my career was spent doing management. And it blew my mind how easy it was to build this app. This app is live right now and I'm using it right now to track my time. For comparison, a year and a half ago, I built a motivational quotes app. This was because I was having trouble getting back into the gym. So I wanted to save quotes that I liked, not randomly get quotes from the internet. So to build this app, it took me around 3 to 4 days. I would design the app manually, for example, like which button goes inside which rectangle, what forms there are, how you submit the data, how you connect it to the database, and so forth. Even for the database, I had to build the tables manually, have specific columns, set specific rules, and then connect all that and put it in place. But for this time tracking app, I built the first version in just 5 minutes, then the full core functionality in around 2 hours. And then I spent another hour just going through the bugs, refining it, and making it a little bit smoother. That felt crazy fast. 3-4 days for building the motivational quotes app versus 3 hours for building this time tracking app. All of this with just prompts. I didn't have to dig into the code at all, though I had the option to. Let me show you the app quickly. So in this app, you'll see that I have my different activities listed here. If I'm working on someone's resume, I can just hit play and that starts tracking it. I can hit stop, that stops tracking it, and the time is logged for it. I can also add an activity that I may be missing. If I forgot to track it, then I can log the time manually by selecting the activity and then saying reading, I spent this much time, and add an entry. Then I can also see my stats because I wanted to see where I was spending my time. So I can go into today and see where that time went. The pie chart still has some bugs that I'm working through. I can also go back and go into weekly report where I can see what's happened today. I can go into last week. Some of this is mock data, so you can get a feel for it. You can see the daily totals of what I spent time on, daily view, which will show activities by timeline. If I don't like the visualization, I can press this button, which will export it to a CSV. Then I can import it to Excel or Google Sheets and visualize my data any way that I want. Very simple functionality, and it gives me exactly what I'm looking for. This whole project took 37 prompts. The cool thing is I could even give it screenshots. For example, I created a mock model in Google Sheets of the type of pie chart I wanted to see. Then I uploaded it, and then the app created that pie chart. Another cool thing, as errors came up, we can just ask AI to resolve the errors, and I could see it update the code in real time. I could also undo the changes if something didn't go right. And the best part, it was a one-click publish. In a regular scenario, I would have to get a server on a cloud, put my app on that server, connect it to the database, which would also be on a server somewhere, link it all up, put security things in place, and do a deployment to have it go live. But here it was a one-click publish. Even connecting it to the database was super simple. Now this is a web app, which means you can access it on mobile and on web. It's not an app that you can download from the App Store. There are other platforms that let you do that though. If you're curious, I use Hosting Horizons. This video is not sponsored, but if you do want to try Hosting Horizons, you can check out my referral link in the description. What are some other platforms? You can try Cursor, Replit, Lovable, Firebase Studio, and so many more platforms. Let me know if you'd like me to do a comparison video of all these different platforms. Some quick learnings. If you can prompt well, then you can build an MVP, a minimum viable product, which is the core functionality of your product, so you can test it with real users, test for market demand, and see if there's a real need for this. Now for some gotchas. Now different platforms have different limitations, so check that out. In Hostinger, there are limited messages or prompts that you can send to AI based on your monthly subscription tier. So try to be strategic with your messages. I wasted too many messages doing aesthetic changes that I could have bundled into one message. For example, if it's just simple changes to the app, like change this color of a button, or move this button here, or do this in a form, you can do that all in one prompt because AI won't easily get confused there. But if you're adding core functionality, it's best to break that up into smaller different prompts so that you can undo changes if AI gets that wrong. Some considerations to think about if you decide to go live with your app. So I talked about market demand, but you also want to do functional testing. Test every function of your code. Basically, is the app doing everything that you designed it to do? Go through the different screens, try out all the buttons, and see if everything works as it's supposed to. You also want to do load testing. You want to simulate high traffic to this web app to see if it still stands up to it. Lastly, you also want to do security testing. There are a lot of security considerations that you must think about before you launch your app, so you can save troubles and headaches later. Since most of you are in tech, you already know about functional testing, load testing, and security testing, but I just wanted to simplify it and share it here just in case others are not aware. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about all of this. What I want to end with is don't just learn AI, try to build something with it. It could be building an app, learning how to build a custom GPT, getting better at your prompts, and also building AI agents. Root all of this into solving a real problem, whether that be your problem or someone else's. All this will help you build real experience, which you can then add to your resume. Now, if you need help writing your resume, especially with AI, check out this video next. I wish you the very best. You got this.